everyone, nice to meet you. So my name is Hyungji Jang. I'm a presenter of the study. The title is A Study on the Customer Needs for Quality Improvement of Low-Cost Accommodation Facilities. Actually, this is work with my co-worker. Her name is Professor Nan Young Kim. So both of us are working at the Sunmun University Department of Global Tourism. So here I'd like to share some findings that we found, from the study. So this is a study about that customer needs. So there should be a lot of needs analysis of the customers in a business area. So particularly in this study, so we are focusing on the low-cost accommodation facilities, which we call that motel in Korea. So those kind of a low cost lodging we have a lot, so there are a lot of customers who are using that facilities. So it's time we just figure it out that it's time to do some improvement in an aspect of quality. So right, I want all of you enjoy my presentation. So it's kind of nervous a little bit, but anyway, so I hope I can do well. So before I start my introduction, I'm gonna just disappear my face. Okay, should go here. All right, in the next pages, in the first pages, you can see in an introduction, I just want to share that idea where I got all the ideas. So as you can see here, with the globalization of the world, the number of international tourists is predicted to reach about 1.8 billion by 2030. So like say within 10 years, we can see more numbers of tourists, international tourists, all over the world. But now actually we did this study, last year at the beginning of, this year, but we didn't expect the COVID-19, the pandemic. So there should be some other, big changes because of COVID-19, but it's kind of complicated, but I just want to carry on my research and to present about this. So like the globalizations, so even if there are changes due to special environmental influence at home and abroad, right, or inbound, outbound, and domestic tourists have increased. So this is a kind of statistics from the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism 2019 in Korea. So it's necessary, it's requested, it's very important to attract attention to the tourism industry as a very important strategic industry, aspects of national economy, right? So, there should be some other, factors, variations could be come, and we need further study of that one. But kind of most trend, kind of increased number of international tourists, as we cannot deny there are increasing number of international tourists, right? And so Korea's tourism industry is demanding an improvement, right, in the nature of a tourism industry due to the growth of low-cost inbound tourism market. So what is a bias toward China and Japan, and the outbound tourism market, which prefers overseas tourism to the domestic tourism. So in other words, it is the time when it is most necessary to strengthen internal competitiveness, right, through qualitative growth rather than quantitative growth of the tourism industry. So this is a kind of critical point, right? So even though and under the COVID-19, we have to build up the kind of strength of our tourism, all right, particularly in a market to inbound tourism market, particularly in the low cost accommodation facilities. So in particular, the importance of quality of accommodation is being emphasized in an aspect that the proportion of the accommodation tourism, which accounts for more than 73% of the number of tourism demand. So this is a kind of a study and statistics that I got from the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism in 2019 as well. And also in terms of price, accommodation facilities provide differentiated services. So as you can see, all the hospitality services could be differentiated based on the price. So the price range from high to low prices and accommodation facilities that more people can use publicly are low cost accommodations now. However, it is true that quality control is not easy for low price, low cost accommodations compared to the expensive ones, right? You can guess, for example, like, international, hotel, like, Hyatt or Hilton, Intercontinental, all those, international, hotel chains have, transparent, controlling system. So we can see and we can compare very easily. But compared to those luxurious international hotel brand, low price, low cost accommodation is in that case it's a little bit not easy to control their quality. Right? So the tourists using low-cost accommodation facilities can make more reliable choices. For them to do the reliable choices, we need to manage the quality of the low-cost accommodations. So here's the research questions. So we got 3. So the first one is, what are the factors that affect the quality of low-cost accommodation facilities? Just want to take a look at that factors. And second, regarding the factors that affect the quality of low-cost accommodation, what are the actual customers' needs for improvement? Third, what is the response strategies for improving the quality of low-cost accommodation facilities? There are 3 research questions here. So to do the research, I got all these literature reviews. Just review it quickly, step by step. Since the quality of development of tourism is a high value added tourism industry, the highest level of hospitality, it is possible through systematic quality management. According to O and Kim 2013 study, so we needed some systematic quality management, yeah, we call that's a system or something. So to manage all the quality of that facilities, right? And that we can do some we can develop our tourism competitiveness at a international level. The level of tourism quality is determined by the difference between the level that tourists expected for tourism products and services and a level they actually experience. So it gives you a sense, right? So there's a big difference between what the customers expect to they are going to be served and the gap between what the customers really experience the services, right? That's kind of gap, right? So according to Black and Crafty, so we need to meet all those inner needs. The perceived dissatisfaction with the tourism products and services has a positive and negative effect on tourist behavior. So tourism quality management is very important, right? You can just see that the tourist behavior could be quickly changed, all right? If the gap between what they perceived, what they experience, that makes their behavior totally differently, right? So that's how we call that the systematic quality management and perceived and experience, service, satisfactions. And also, the accommodation facilities can be classified according to various criteria, which are the Promotion Act, which is one, and the Public Health Management Act. We have two and a different legal basis. According to Tourism Promotion Act, the first one, accommodation facility is divided into the hotel business and a resort condominium business, while according to the Public Health Management Act, it is divided into general lodging business and a living accommodation businesses. So you see that which act is going to see that the hotel business accommodation facilities, there are two different, all right, kind of in a regardless about that. The low-cost accommodation facilities focuses in this study correspond to the general lodging business. So according to that, in a category, we call the low-cost facility is a general lodging business and take the form of a business by providing services such as facilities and maintenance for guests to sleep and stay. In general, it can be thought of in conjunction with a budget hotel, which is an inexpensive accommodation facility that is mainly provided with a basic room service, very basic one. And also, this is very important in a literature review as well. The quality control of accommodation facilities has been carried out through certification system, which is centered on local governments and government agencies. As a representative certification system, so we call that it's a kind of a certification system. So we just uh, investigate all the accommodation facilities and give them a kind of a certification, which is good, which is bad, those kind of things. So the good stay system, which is provided by the KTO, and the best lodging facility system, which is given by Ministry of Health and Welfare. In addition, Greentel, yeah, that's a kind of in a local government in Daegu, and clean and low price accommodation in Busan. Panbitel in Haeundae and Michu Hall Stay in Incheon. Yeah, all those, you can see a lot of certification programs. There are many, right? That's why we have some problem. The expression of a problem is inefficiency because, we have a certification system operated by a lot of agencies. So that makes the lack of expertise and publicity effects due to the turbulence of a similar certification system raise to the need for integrated certification system. And that's why Korea Consumer Agency brought up the kind of a birth of Korea Quality Certification System. KQCS, right? That's kind of a history. We got that certification systems. So in case of a general accommodation facility business represented by motels among local accommodation facilities, the problem is the basis of a negative perception first, right? Thus, the quality evaluation standards for other major factors are established and managed. Basically, evaluation criteria should be presented in the field of facilities and services, the field of expertise of manpower, and the field of safety management. So all those are factors we should regard. So this is how we got, collect all the data. We use a questionnaire form, so 20 question items, which ask about the quality certification evaluation criteria, and five, general question items, including gender, age, purpose of use, and number of uses. All right. And participants for this study, domestic adult, male and female. So we asked them an experience in using accommodation, the business within the last 1 year. And then we do the statistics, technical statistics and frequency analysis for the data analysis. So a total of 228 questionnaires were used for the analysis, and which is what I got about participants as a gender issue is 115 women, 113 men, 57 in their 20s, and 56 in their 30s, 57 in 40s, 58 in 50s or older. You can see that there's not many age gaps for using the low cost accommodations. So we asked about purpose of use, and they answered 193 visitors, customers said they're using the facilities for the leisure tourism activities, and 35 used for business trip. So ask about frequency of use, and 7 or more times a year is 78 customers, and 5 to 6 times is 42, and 3 to 4 times in 64, 1 to 2 times as 44 customers. So here I got it, the result of a needs analysis of improvement of low-cost accommodations. They said that you see that the highest number here, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth column here. So posting the rate table in an information desk. So to improve the low-cost accommodations, the customers mentioned then they need to know that the information which is posted on the information desk, so which is about the fees for each room, high and low season rate. So you can see this is a low cost, accommodation facilities. So the price issue is very important for the customers, and they just want to know when they stop by the, facilities in a front desk, want to check the price first. All right. They don't want to ask, right? They just need some information posted on a front desk. And another issue they mention is that here, provision of information on accommodation reservation changes, cancellation, and refund policies. All right. So they just want to publicize all that information about the reservation. Yeah, sometimes even though low cost, accommodations, they just, need to know how to, change the reservation, how to cancel the reservation, how to refund all the, the money back, those kind of issue. And the third one is here, firefighting and a safety of accommodation facilities. All right, this is very important for them as well. So it's a safety instruction. All right. Yeah. even though that's kind of a small in a business hotel or motel, yeah, customers expect they're kind of in a safe zone. So those are all the things they just want to mention here. And also the result of needs analysis and the effect of low-cost accommodation quality certifications. All right. To see here, yeah, the high-ranked response of here, 3 point, yeah, we got 3.51, 3.51, 3.51. I just want to read it. So bed and bedding quality and cleanliness. All right. That's what customers need to be certified. Sorry. And also the quality and cleanliness of bathroom facilities, right? Just want to see that this is really right through the quality certification systems to want to make sure that all the cleanliness is bed and bedding and bathroom facilities. The last one is want to see that safety and security device in a room. All right. So when customers expect that that accommodation is quality certified, means that they want to make sure that all the bed and bedding cleanness and bathroom cleanness and safety devices in a room. Those three things are very unique. What we found. So here's my conclusion of the study. When using low-cost accommodation facilities, customers evaluated that the improvement of a level below normal was necessary in relation to the notice of fees at information desk. Installation of closed barriers in a parking lot. Yeah, it's particular in a Korean case or other countries as well. And the closeness of front reception area, which are the main factors that are notable when using low-cost accommodation facilities. It's a kind of a lowest level. And also, when using a low-cost accommodation, safety security devices in a room, quality and cleanliness of beds and bedding, and bathroom facilities were evaluated as a factor that need a highest improvement above average, right? So customers, yeah, want to use yeah, they're thinking of that low price, kind of in a money issue, and then they just expect that they want to use that in a clean beddings and bathroom, and a kind of in a safety instructions as well. So regarding the items, they highlight the somewhat negative characters of low-cost accommodation facilities. The demand for improvement appears to be relatively low. So on the other hand, it is judged that the safety of general accommodation facilities and the quality and clearness of bedding are the most in need of improvement. So this is the conclusion of the study. Yeah, cleanliness and the safety. Oh, so this is all for today, and here's a list of references that we used for this study. So I just want to share with you all the references. So it's all for today. I was very nervous, but I hope you enjoy my presentation. I hope this is very informative to all of you. Thank you for listening. Thanks.